Hey, good evening. Welcome to Film Question Time on BBC4. You're joining me, your host, Matt King. Today we have the crew of Malicious Cat Productions from their recent box office success, Loner of the Dead. We have an award-winning director, Liam Duran, who's returning from a 12-year retirement to work with co-worker and camera operator Craig Bowker and Joe Lau, who's a film editor. Tell me, Liam, what made you choose to come back after 12 years?
Well, I was sat on a good script for those 12 years, fully planning the whole process. I thought that after those 12 years relaxing at my French vineyard, I would come back and lose my reputation as a very bad director. And so, I thought, now was the right time to release the film.
So Joe, what made you decide to work with these two?
Well, I read Liam's script and was immediately mesmerised by the whole idea and knew from that I needed to be a part of this movie.
Well, let's get on to the questioning. I believe you produced and displayed an animatic as well as a rough cut before releasing your completed form. Tell me why you chose to construct this research.
Well, we wanted to know what standard our work was at the pre-production stage, so we produced an animatic so we could possibly iron out any flaws that the selected audience could see before we started the production process. Likewise with a rough cut, we were able to screen a film to a group of people and edit our film so that it made complete sense to the audience.
What questions did you ask and why?
For the animatic, we began by asking the sample what their favourite zombie film was and why, so that we could sort out what proportions enjoyed the zombie genre, as their following questions may be affected by this factor. We additionally asked what their opinion of the title was, as the title is an important factor in marketing the film. The following questions included how they sympathised with the main character, the zombie, and if they would change any aspect of him. We added what generic conventions they would expect to see and asked to summarise their opinion, which were overall fair and balanced.
Interesting. And what changes did you make based on these recommendations?
Some of the feedback we received was quite interesting and therefore influenced decisions during the production process. One bit of feedback mentions they sympathise with the character greatly, that you can see that he's a loner, also relating to the choice of title. Some other feedback was amusing. One such piece includes stating that it looks as though the zombie is just sad and needs a hug rather than the brains. The same piece points out that it needs to be more evident that the character is a zombie, not just gormless.
Some recommendations we did take into account, such as the date scene, which was running way too long. We then decided we'd make it more like a montage and just have a very small snippet of the date bit. Also, some people said that some elements of the film didn't make sense, so we came up with the idea of using diary entries to better understand the narrative.
Well, I hate to break this to you, but we are running out of time. The BBC does give us a tight schedule, but thank you for devoting your time and answering some of the questions that your fans and viewers have been so curious about. Anyway, if anything struck you on tonight's programme, feel free to post your thoughts on our Twitter page. And that's all from us on Film Question Time. I hope to see you viewers again. Next time I shall be discussing with Christopher Lee the history of British film. But now I'm afraid I will have to leave you with Andrew Neil on This Week. Good night and keep watching films.